are listening to the Life at Siemens podcast, and this is a podcast for anyone who's a bit curious about the people, who we are, what we do at Siemens, and hopefully this conversation will introduce you to that. Hi, and welcome today. Good to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell us, Matilda, who are you and what do you do at Siemens?
Well, today I work as a Nordic head of Digital Service Center, which is a part of the Smart Infrastructure Buildings division within Siemens. We work with operating secure, efficient, and sustainable buildings for our customers remotely.
What do you help out with?
It can be, if they have a problem with the building, something with their building automation system, fire system, or security system. That's what we work with. Or we also do energy optimization remotely, helping our customers reach their sustainability targets.
Has this been your background with us at Siemens? Energy efficiency, building technology?
Yeah, I've been in the building automation area since I started, basically. But I come more from the traditional building automation business, working in the field with different projects and customers. So the digital part is quite new to me.
What roles have you had before? What teams have you been in?
I started in 2018, and then I came into Siemens as a trainee. So I had the opportunity to try different roles and different divisions within the company, which was really great to try to find where I could fit in with my strengths. And then I started after that year within the building automation team here in Stockholm. I started as a sales and project management within the service business. And through that role, I really enjoyed getting to know what kind of customers we have, how do we deliver projects, and how we work with our customers. But I also found out that even though I'm an engineer from university, I'm not that technical. Maybe I should not be the person closest to the technology. So I started to get an interest into working with people more from this project management perspective. And from that, I got an opportunity then to step into a team lead role for the same team. So then I took care of the operational part of the business, a lot of planning with the technicians, a lot of customer interaction as well. And from that, I really found an interest in leadership.
It sounds like you stepped into a leader role, a team lead role, quite early in your career. Yeah. Was that a natural step for you? Were you hesitant?
I have never had the plan to become a leader, but I think for me, when I realized that I enjoyed working with people instead, I thought this as a natural step, something I wanted to try. Before you try, you don't know if you're good at it or not, or if you're going to enjoy it or not.
You took on this role and it was new. Nobody handed anything over to you. Yeah. There is maybe a framework, some expectations, I would assume.
Yeah.
But is it now up to you to shape it?
Both yes and no, but a lot of shaping from my side, definitely. There is an idea, of course, about what this role is, but since it's new, it's a lot of freedom into how we shape it and what I focus on right now. And I have a really good support from my manager in how we proceed forward. I really enjoy that part of the job. I learn a lot. I grow with all these new challenges and tasks coming up, but also we see a development of the role going forward.
Has this had anything to do with your choice to take on this role?
Yeah, I would say so. It's, of course, interesting to get this opportunity. And there are a lot of new roles coming up. It's a great opportunity to be able to shape a role and also shape a team in a way that might not be possible in other circumstances. So that's definitely something I found attractive with this role.
An assumption I have is that it could be quite male-dominated.
Yeah, that's correct. It is a male-dominated industry for sure. But I think for me, what has been important is all the women that we have around. Even if we don't work in the same team, we work next to each other in the office. And here in Solna, where I work, there is a lot of other women around. And I feel like that is a good network, even though we don't work day-to-day basis together.
What do you enjoy most in your role today? You're a leader, but you're also heading a Nordic head of our digital service center.
I would say, it's different parts of the job, but first and foremost, working with people. I really like working with personal development and building teams, and I got a great opportunity for that now with a new team, combining 4 different countries into one Nordic team currently. So that I really enjoy. And then the second part would be, I am very purpose-driven as a person. That's why I wanted to work at Siemens in the first place. I want to feel like what I do in a daily basis has a positive effect on society or someone at least. And I really believe that the work we do in Digital Service Center has that effect on our customers. We can really help them to take care of their infrastructure. We can help them save money and reach their sustainability targets. And an added bonus to that is that they can focus on their core business instead. They don't have to think about their building, and we take care of that. That I really enjoy.
Is there such thing as a typical workday?
But for me right now, I'm stepping into a role that didn't exist before. The role is new. For me, the team is new and the business is a bit new as well. So a lot of learning and a lot of meeting new people. I am traveling a bit right now. I was in Denmark last week meeting my team. I go to Finland next week to meet also a part of the team. So a lot of new things and different things happening. I'm not sure about the typical day yet. Let's see in a year.
Were you at any point hesitant to step into this new role? Maybe you thought, am I ready for this?
Of course. Yes, there was. I mean, for me, I come as prior to this, I worked in the service business in building automation as a service operations manager. So taking on this responsibility was a big step up. I have a Nordic responsibility and for a larger team. But I have been very transparent in the recruitment process and with people around me, what I can and can't do, where I would need support. So right now I feel very good about it. But I've been hesitant for sure.
How do you make time to lead in your daily work? Is it challenging?
Yes, it is. I get involved in customer cases as well, and those often have those short timelines, and other critical issues. But the only thing I find works is to block time in the calendar to work with a bit more leader-oriented topics. And then it depends on what you mean. I mean, we have growth talks booked and so forth, so that's naturally in the calendar also. But I really try to not move around those bookings.
To keep them a bit holy?
Yeah, but it's hard.
I can understand that for sure. Company culture is something we build together.
Yes.
Here at Siemens, all of us need to be involved. How would you describe our company culture?
I would say we have a very positive company culture. Siemens is a company that really cares about its employees, and you hear it from everyone who works here. Something I also really like about Siemens is that, at least in Sweden and in the Nordics, maybe we don't have the hierarchy, which makes it very open. We have this, everyone can raise their opinion, and I feel like that's really crucial to stay innovative, which is something we want to be going forward.
Are you ready for a few, what I call quick questions, but they tend to be a bit more elaborate than that?
Go ahead.
I will ask for yes or no, but you're welcome to tell more about your choice. First one, are you good at asking for feedback? Yes or no?
I would say yes, but it's something I want to develop more as well. It depends on, I think I'm good to ask, some kind of people maybe more than others, so could develop that.
We should have some things to develop on our list as well. Yeah. Are you good at giving feedback? Yes or no?
I want to say yes, but I feel like I have a bit of a development here as well. It also tends to be different topics that comes easier to address than others. Yeah, for sure.
I addressed this with you a bit earlier. I'll ask it again, see if I get a different answer. Have you ever taken on a role or responsibility that you weren't sure you were ready for?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the role I'm in right now. Yeah, definitely. But I also think that's how you grow and develop. On the whole, it's a positive.
Do you invest time in continuous learning? That's something we all should do, right? But do you?
Yes, not as much as I would like, but I do.
How?
I have a couple of books at home. Right now I'm reading a book called The First 90 Days. Now when stepping into this new role, I thought it could be good to have the kind of an outside perspective on how to handle such a challenge, really. So I read a bit of books. I also try to dedicate time in the weeks during work hours, which is harder to do some e-learnings. But that's hard sometimes to fit in.
You have a mentor that you picked yourself.
When I went into my first leadership position as a service operations manager here in Stockholm, I felt like I needed to have someone to talk to and get ideas from and learn from. And so I asked around a bit and found a mentor in the organization. She then moved to Germany for a job. She recommended me further than to the one I have today. We meet every month for lunch and then talk about whatever is on my mind, whatever I need help with or input with. And it's been really great for me, really. I would say it's helped me a lot with how to think about things. Also to have someone that is not your direct leader, someone who's not really involved in your day-to-day basis, but they can just hear what you're describing and get input from the outside. So I really appreciate it, and I really recommend others people to also reach out and find a mentor. The worst can happen is that they say no and then ask someone else.
Can work-life balance be achieved?
Yes.
Ever?
Yes. No, I think so.
How?
I mean, that depends on a lot of factors. I mean, how much work you have and how your private life looks like and so forth. But for me, I think I'm good at it. I know that if I can, leave work at work and relax at home, I'm a better employer tomorrow as well. I have more energy to do a better job then.
And just relating to that, flexibility at work, being able to steer a bit of where you work from and somewhat your working hours, your thoughts around that?
It's great. We have a lot of flexibility here at Siemens, and I think for me, that is great. I can only imagine if you all have kids as well, or a house or something else, to take care of, it's very convenient. But I think it's crucial to be able to achieve this work-life balance, for sure.
Are you a podcast listener yourself?
No.
You're only guesting, being a guesting one. Yeah.
No, I would like to be, and I have tried several times, and I think it goes a bit in waves. Sometimes I do it more or less, but it's not really catching on for me for some reason.
But you do have your books.
Yeah, I
for
do have my
learning
books.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
And podcast, it's not only for work, of course. It's for pleasure and interest and so on. There is so much to choose between. But here we are sitting, making a podcast.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd ask. Matilda, it was so good to have you in the studio here today. Thank you for sharing. And hopefully our listeners have found it interesting, and I think so, to listen to your career journey this far. What's next up for you today?
Well, today I have this afternoon a meeting about partnership and how we're going to handle that within my department as well. And after that, there is a service town hall meeting on a global level where I'm going to present a bit what's happening within my division right now.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.